Hey guys, welcome back. Or I should say to myself, welcome back. I know it's been a long time, but I wanted to come on here and show you guys this hair. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I know the title of this video is maybe a little bit deceptive, only in the sense that initially I really did not like this earlier today, but I came to love it over the course of the day because this is one of the few days where I washed my hair and I didn't fluff it at all. So I want to just talk about that and share with you the products I used, and then also give you guys a health update on my autoimmune illness, transverse myelitis, and Neuro Myelitis Optica. It's a mouthful. But I was going to record this, but my energy level, guys, has been horrible. So I thought I would just come on here live and say hi to you. Hey, Felicia. Good to see you, girl. Yeah, but I thought I would come on here. It would just be easier to go live and share with you guys the hair. Hey, Robbie Evans. And then share with you what I use, and then give you guys like a brief update of kind of what's been going on. So I'm going to start with the hair because everybody might not be here for the health stuff. If you're new to this channel, hey, my name is LaDon, and this is the No Lie Naturally Me channel. Welcome. This channel is specifically created for fine hair naturals. I am a fine hair natural. And the reason I created the channel was because especially when I first went natural, there were not very many folks on YouTube with hair like mine that were relatable, and who had the hair challenges that I did. I would, try all these techniques and styles, and they just would not work for me because I have fine hair rather than the beautifully luscious, full, thick, dense head of hair that some of those women had and that my daughter has. I'm so envious, but we have to work with what God gives us. So I decided that I would just come on here and kind of share my challenges, my trials, errors, so that other folks could kind of learn from them, and we could learn from one another. So I recently big chopped my hair, and the reason I did another big chop is because I was diagnosed, of course, with this autoimmune illness, and I've had it for almost 2 years now. Can you guys believe that? It's been almost 2 years. It was April of 2018 when I first got my diagnosis of an autoimmune illness. And since then, it really has taken a toll on my hair. I've seen some wonderful aspects um, of my hair happen since the diagnosis. For instance, I'll give you guys this tip. B12 has helped my hair in so many ways. Like the hair that is growing is so it's healthy, it's vibrant. In some places I feel like it's gotten even a little thicker, or not thicker, the strands aren't thicker, but it's like I have more density in certain parts of my hair. So it is helping me from a health perspective. But B12 vitamin, that supplement, I've noticed a real change in my hair since I've started taking it. um, but I also noticed like my hair had just really kind of been through it because I was really exhausted and wasn't really able to care for it the way I wanted to. And then also, I noticed the very ends of my hair were really not in the best condition. So I just decided to big chop. I did film that for you guys. And my energy level has been so crazy. I've not been able to edit it because sometimes it's just enough to get through the day in terms of my energy level. So I apologize for that, but I will get that video to you guys hopefully within the next week, because if I could do this and cut my hair, you guys could definitely do this. So if you're thinking about big chopping, or you're just interested in seeing the process, I think that you'll appreciate that video. So So this is what I've been left with, and I feel like for me, shorter hair is easier to take care of. Like when I first went natural, I did a mini big chop as well after transitioning for about 15 months. And my hair was always better to or easier to take care of when it was shorter. And I think that's one of the benefits of having fine hair, at least for me. You know, wash and goes are a great go-to and require little to no effort. And so that's what I have been doing. And what I did today was I just showered, and I'll show you guys the shampoo. I'm going to try it a few more times and I'll let you know what I think about it. But it is a mud shampoo, and I've been trying to detox my hair now that I've big chopped it. And once I've used it for about a month, I'll come on here and I'll give you guys a review of it. Because one of the other things, now that my hair is shorter, I wash it much more often. So I'm washing my hair like several times a week because it's easier to reset wash and goes or just try different styles now that it is shorter. So I just washed it, and then I only used two products. And okay, first I'm going to just show you guys. Look at this. The definition, like the curls are really popping. And again, I think part of this is like the B12 because my hair, the hair that is growing in so healthy. Um, I love the cut. Hey, Valencia. Sorry I missed you when you came in. I'm going to do my second big chop. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to read the rest of your comment later. It faded away on my screen. But yes, if you've been thinking about doing a big chop, girl, go ahead and do it. This is like, I have been wanting to do a second big chop for at least really almost 2 years. I started thinking about it like right before my diagnosis. And actually, I used to wear my hair faded. So my hair was like, I had no length. I have a picture on my Instagram of it, but yeah, I wore my hair faded for probably 8 years. And I loved it because I didn't have to do anything to it in the morning, right? And again, just having shorter hair, it's just easier to me. It has its challenges, but it also has like so many benefits. So I'm just going to show you the curls. Now back here is where I have multiple textures in my hair, and most naturals have multiple textures in their hair. My hair is loosest up here and then usually around here. So what I did, because this was so loose, it even though it was shorter in length than the hair up here, it looked longer and it looked like I had, what do they call that? A mullet. So what I did was I finger coiled these. So these are finger coils, and they just look like regular curls, but I just did that to help camouflage it so that these curled tighter and it looked shorter, kind of deceiving the eye. When I go get my hair professionally cut, you know, they'll probably take care of all of that. But before I do that, I want to play around with different styles on my own and just kind of play in my hair a little bit with the little energy I do have. But after I washed my hair, I find that products work and apply better to my hair, given that it is fine, when my hair is damp and not soaking wet, to almost dry. And thank you. Thank you. But yeah, my hair receives and works with products much better when it is in that state. So I use one of those Aquas turbans. I've demonstrated it here on the channel before. I use that and I let my hair kind of dry with the turban on. It's really good at pulling out the moisture in your hair without causing frizz. So the curls that were popping from the shampoo, conditioner, you know, mud wash I've been using, they were like really, really popping and they weren't really disturbed by using that turban. So I'll bring it on in another video just in case you guys missed it. But I love that. And I'll put information maybe below this video once after the live is over. So if you're interested in researching it a little more, you could do that as well. But once my hair was damp to almost dry, I applied my products, and I used this product by Melly. What is she? Melly Organics, I think they're called. Yeah, Melly Organics. And first of all, I purchased this product because I love the fact that it is a Black owned brand. And I love to see women out there doing their thing. And she certainly is. Now, the first time I used this product, I did not like it. And it could have just been the state of my hair at that time. I don't know. But at the time, I really felt like it didn't help my hair. It didn't help it to retain moisture, none of that. But this time, like, I've used it a couple of times since I've cut my hair, maybe 2 or 3 times. And I have to tell you, it has really helped with the moisture retention in my hair. So that's why my curls are really, really popping. So when I first cut my hair, it was not this tight. Like you guys will see in the video I upload, my curls were not this tight. But of course, the healthier your hair is, the more hydrated it is, the more moisture retention you have, the tighter your hair will get. So the more shrinkage you'll have. So this definitely helped in that regard. So, oh, first I put on the leave-in conditioner. This is the pomegranate honey leave-in conditioner. It says it's a moisturizing curl primer and detangler for thick curly 4C hair. So this is like a lesson that just because a product says it's for 4C or 4B or type 4 or thick hair, it doesn't mean you can't use it as a fine hair natural. You might have to use a little bit less of it, kind of play with the amount of product you use, but you can still use it. The ingredients in this product are absolutely wonderful. Um, it has all kind of oils in it and just lots and lots of good stuff that I can't read because I don't have my readers and my eyesight is horrible. And I think it's changed because of this autoimmune illness as well. Because I was in the doctor's office earlier today trying to read them forms, and it was not a pretty sight. I was like, anywho, um, yeah, so it says it's for type 4 hair, but it worked perfectly on my hair. Like you guys see the results here. So I put this on first, and I added it in sections, and then I use a dim brush to comb it through, which is not something I normally do for my hair because I have fine hair and it's really easy to um work product through my hair. But I decided to do that just to enhance the curl, and just kind of see what the results would be. So I put that in, and then after that, I added the Melly Pomegranate and Honey Coiled Sculpting Custard, and it says that it enhances curls with a deep definition, and it is for thick, curly type 4 hair. So actually, I'm going to show you guys the consistency really quickly of these products. So I'm going to go back to the leave-in. I use the leave-in conditioner too and love it. It works great. I also have very fine hair. See, Robbie, girl, tell him, tell him. You guys make me so happy. Like this is the most energy I've had all day. So this is the product, and this is kind of the consistency of it. It worked into the hair really nice. It didn't leave any kind of residue. It didn't make, fine hair heavy or anything like that. Thank you, Lady Beetle. I'm glad you like it, girl. I'm getting used to it, but I really do like it. This was the first time I wore it with, embracing the shrinkage. So this was something else. This also smells really, really good. So it's good aromatherapy. Since I've had like this autoimmune illness, I like look for things like that that help with my creating a calming, soothing kind of environment and experience. So I really appreciate when products kind of support that. And the scent of this pomegranate and honey definitely, it definitely does that. People don't realize how much like stress and your environment and all those little things contribute, to your overall health. And so, take a few moments, and that's what I do. I take a few moments when I'm putting it in, and I really do, you know, enjoy that experience, like it is a self-care moment for me. And so the aromatherapy really does help me to kind of take a breath and again create a nice soothing moment for myself. And the same thing with this custard. So I was expecting the custard to be white. So this is a gel and it is clear. So I'm gonna just pull it up. I don't want it to spill. You know how you see those videos and they lean the stuff over and it falls out. So it moves around like pretty easily, as you could probably tell here. And I'm going to show you kind of the consistency of it. It's definitely, it does feel like a custard, like the consistency of a custard. And this also works really well when you work it into the hair. I was a little bit concerned that it would be too heavy for fine hair because a lot of these custard like heavier um, gels, they tend to weigh the hair down, but that wasn't the case with this. Like my hair, as you could see, it's not weighed down at all. Um, I'm sorry, guys. Okay. It is not weighed down at all. And it worked in really, really well. There wasn't any of that white residue on the hair. And when it dried, it did not leave a cast. Although I will say I tend to like stretch my hair just a little bit to break, even if it like feels stiff or something like that. Like this doesn't have a cast per se, but it feels like it has a little bit of a firm hold. And I like to, when I touch my hair, it feel like really soft. So I'll just pull the curl a little bit to break that up so that it feels soft when I touch it. You could also add like a little bit of oil to the palms of your hands and scrunch it, and that'll help to make it softer as well as adding a little bit of shine. Um, so this one, as I mentioned, is for type 4 hair as well. So I let it soak in and then I diffused my hair because I had, like I said, a doctor appointment. And I diffused it probably till it was about 90% dry. And then I let it air dry while I was getting ready. And then these were the results. So like I said, as you can see, these coils are absolutely beautiful. Hold on, let me try to see how beautiful that is. So that's what I did for the parts of my hair where my hair is looser. So like I said, in the back, right along the nape area, probably going up to about here. So from here to here, this part of my hair is a really, really loose curl, like almost no curl. Let me see if I can pull one out. So maybe I'll show you guys a different day, like the different textures I have going on in my head. But that's why I did the finger coils, because I knew that that would help it to um, look shorter and kind of fool the eye. And then this area is where I tend to have the most frizz. So I add a little bit of extra product to that area so that I get a little bit of hold. And that's one of the things I had to learn about my hair, is that because I have different curls going on and or different hair textures going on in different parts of my hair, I'd have to treat those areas differently. So I might not have to use as much powder, as much product down here as I would use in an area like this that tends to, for whatever reason, get frizzy a lot. So for me, it's here, and sometimes in the crown of my head is where I get the most frizz. So in those areas, if you have a defining product like one of these, you want to make sure that you add more product. So that you get a little bit more control in those areas. And then, everywhere else is pretty, normal. So I would just use a moderate amount of product, in those areas. And then up here, I usually have very loose curls, but sometimes they play me, sometimes they don't. You never know what you're gonna get with a wash and go. So today, I believe because they're super hydrated, like using these products, they curled up really nicely. So I didn't have to worry about it. A lot of times I'll finger coil this area as well, again, because the curls are looser. And then right around here, these coil just like naturally. So that's another section of my hair. I get like natural coils in this area. I get curls the way these curls look. everywhere else in my hair. So, if you are finding that your hair is not looking uniform or you have all different kinds of things going on, it's normal. You just have to learn your hair really and kind of figure out how to achieve the results that that you want. So that's that. Oh my goodness, we've been on for 20 minutes already. I cannot believe it. So yeah, these were the two products I used, and these are the results I got, and I loved it. But again, this is my hair with shrinkage. So I'll just pull this out just so you could see like how long, for instance, the section is. All right, so that's how long that section is, but of course it looks really short, here. And here I'll do the front. This is, I guess, about this length. And of course, it's really short up here because my hair is wonderfully hydrated. And so my hair shrunk up. So when my hair dried, I was like, God, what am I going to do? Because I don't have the energy to be doing this and get to a doctor appointment. And I just kind of like looked at it and I was, just like, okay. One of the things I do, if you watch my video, I think I have like 5 ways or something like that to fluff natural hair. And so one of the ways is to use a comb like this with the pointy end and then, lift your hair. You could use the teeth. I like this comb for fine hair because because it's not like a traditional pick. um, when you are fluffing your hair, you disrupt the curls more when you have more prongs, like on a traditional pick. Whereas with this, because it's one prong, you can really be precise, like in where you lift your hair and where you're kind of stretching it a little bit so that see how I'm getting more volume. This is what I was going to do earlier, but I didn't have the energy to do that. But when you do this, it'll get bigger and bigger. And of course, you can use these prongs to go in and, just kind of lift a little bit and strategically, in areas where you want to do that. But I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to do all that. I hate the way my hair looks. This was like a total mistake. I shouldn't have done this. And but I'm going out anyway because I got to go to the doctor. And when I got out, my daughter complimented me and she was like, "Your hair is so pretty." She really liked it. And then it seemed like it was just like a moment where I just had to get used to the shrinkage. I had to embrace the shrinkage because this is my hair, right? So I have to get used to it in all its states and appreciate it in all of its states. And sometimes it's just like we're so comfortable being in one state of being and seeing ourselves one way that we kind of put ourselves in that box. And when anything outside the realm of that ordinary, right, experience kind of changes, we're thrown off and we don't like it and so on and so forth. And I think that's just what I was experiencing. I was having one of those moments where this is new to me and I've been styling it one way in particular and getting used to figuring out kind of how to style it. And it was just about me just sitting back and embracing change and seeing the beauty in change and allowing it to happen and just like going with the flow of that and working with it kind of things as they are. And it's so interesting because on my health journey I have learned to do that with regard to my health. I picture things are going to happen a specific way because I have no control over what my body is going to feel like from day to day and sometimes from hour to hour. And I've learned to let go of that and just embrace what it is and move with what it is. And it was so ironic that I had that same experience with my hair. I hated it. I hated the shrinkage. And that's something we always talk about as naturals. We hate the shrinkage. We want our hair to be long and flowing. But you know what? I realized that when I went through my TWA period the first time, I was so focused on my hair being long and it growing and doing everything to kind of make it grow that I didn't appreciate and fully experience the TWA phase. And there are so many beautiful styles that I really could have explored, like, doing finger coils throughout, doing rod sets, having it different, lengths, tapered styles, things of that nature, because I was so locked in into one particular, look, my hair looking like this specific thing rather than enjoying all phases of the journey. So, one advice I would give to, naturals, especially those who are new, and maybe those of you who've had natural hair for a while, is to enjoy, every phase of the journey. Um, Even, when my hair was in its damaged state, and I really wasn't liking it over the last, year or so, because it was going through a thing because of my illness, just kind of, appreciating and learning something from that part of my experience and my part of my journey. So I hate shrinkage too, but you have a nice texture. Well, thank you, my dear. You know what? I think that texture, I think it doesn't matter. Let me tell y'all something. Hey, double R girl. um, I will say this. My daughter has the most beautiful, thick, lush head of hair. I wish I had her hair. It's thick. It is probably 4A, 4B texture, and she does not, she loves her hair now, but like she doesn't want to do wash and go. She doesn't. And there was a phase where she really had to embrace her hair, but I was so envious of her hair because she could just do a twist out and it was like, beautiful and full and lush and it just and textured and all that kind of stuff. I can't get that with my texture. I mean, I have to work. I got to do a science experiment. I have to do some algebra and learn a little bit of magic, sprinkle some pixie dust to try to get a good twist out. She gets it effortlessly. And so I think that, again, even like with TWAs, there are so many beautiful textures. Like one thing I know that I won't be able to have is like a fro. I would love to have a fro, a little short one, do like one of those little Lupita looks and stuff like that. That's something I can never have. So I think it's beauty in like all the different textures. I think you just rock it a different way. I don't know. I just feel like all of the textures are beautiful, personally, and I am envious of that. And I think that is a beautiful, the thicker hair is just, they say we all want what we don't have, but so that is my desire. So I think my texture is okay, but I would much rather have thicker hair. I would even love tighter curls and so on and so forth. And I would love to play with that, having a TWA. But this what God gave me, so this what we gonna roll with. But thank you for the compliment, girl. I just went off on a tangent. I don't know where this energy came from. You guys give me energy. Your hair is beautiful and it looks beautiful on you. Oh, thank you. I have very thick 4C, 3C hair, and I have to do science experiments too. That's what my daughter says about her wash and go. She's like, I cannot do it. She has not found a way to be able to do a wash and go with her texture where it doesn't take up, a long time, and that her it takes more time and energy and effort for her to do it and then to like maintain it. So I get that. And for me, it takes no time or any effort to really do wash and goes. And so that's a good thing. But, again, I wouldn't mind putting that time and effort and experimenting and all of that with thicker hair. I think it's so beautiful. I really do. So that's it regarding the hair, regarding the health situation, guys. So this time, and I'm gonna tell you guys quickly because I can't believe we've been on here for so long. Let me see. My battery is going down too. But one of the things I just wanted to share with you guys was that I did have the relapse, and so I may have mentioned that I lost some of the sensation. Hey, Phaedra, thank you, dear. Oh my gosh! Oh, if you post a picture of your big chop, please do tag me because I would love to see your pictures. I mean, I've had some people tell me that I inspired them to do a big chop, and I'm just so excited by that. And I'm so happy to hear that. And I just hope you guys will let me know, or so I can see um your big chop results and you starting, off that kind of journey, what style you choose. And we're gonna be on this journey together because we're all BC, big chop, big choppers. I don't know. Y'all know what I mean now. Miss says, I'm just so happy to see you doing in good spirits. Oh, you know what? You guys, like I said, you give me life and you give me energy. And I have appreciated all your scriptures. I've appreciated all of your well wishes. I've appreciated you guys checking in on me, to see how I'm doing and send me information, things of that nature. It has meant everything to me. And so I really appreciate that, as well as your support of my big chop. That was helpful too, because I was just at a point where I'm like, this hair has got to go. It's just too much. I can't even deal with it. I don't want to put a wig on. I don't want to do a protective style. I don't want to do none of that. I just want to have my hair on my head, and I want to have, be able to manage it and deal with it easily. And so I was like, I got those scissors. And guys, my energy has been so low. It took me almost 2 weeks to actually cut my hair. Like, I knew I was gonna do it, but my energy has just been so low. That's kinda where I was. But, I have lost some of the sensation in my abdomen and in my back, and then, of course, in both legs, both ankles, and both feet. So, when I walk around, it feels like I'm walking on bubble wrap because, praise God, I can walk. I can't walk for very long. I get winded very easily, and I'm very unsteady. So that's one of the reasons that I can't go out alone, because I'm still kind of a fall risk, because I have no sensation on the bottom of my feet. So I can't feel if the ground is uneven. Even in my own home, I stumble in here, and this is a place I am, of course, comfortable in. Um, and I know it like the back of my hand, but I still, like, I realized part of the floor was uneven because I kept almost falling. Um, because it just had a little bit of a nuance, like a little bit of a dip in it, and I would almost fall. So it's like I cannot feel that. So I'm sitting now. I can't feel like the chair. It feels again like I'm sitting on bubble wrap. Um, it's just a very crazy thing and a very unique experience. I'm going to do a separate video on NMO specifically, and also um, working with healthcare professionals, because I think I mentioned to you guys in a post that my neurologist, actually, I kept telling him there's something wrong because I was having extreme pain. And I had begun to lose the sensation in my legs again. Like, it never came back fully, but a lot of it had gone away, that the sensation that I had regained. And I'm like, something is not right. And then I had lost sensation in my back and my abdomen, and that sensation had come back. But I lost it again. And I'm like, I think something is wrong. So I attempted to make an appointment with him, and he contacted me and told me I didn't need to make an appointment with me. You'll just see me next year in May at your regular appointment, or February, your regular appointment. And I'm like, no, something is wrong with my body. And why would you cancel an appointment if I'm having symptoms that I'm concerned about, I thought an appointment was the venue in which you would have those conversations, and he never responded. And I was just like, you know what? The appointment, he didn't cancel it after I emailed him that, because he also said, there's nothing wrong with you. I just saw you 2 or 3 weeks ago. You were fine. You had an MRI a month prior, because I did have one in early November. Things were fine. There's nothing wrong with you. Um, I can just see you at your next scheduled appointment. And I was just like, that's not going to happen. That can't happen. And I'm like, isn't it possible that something has changed in my body? Look, I'm going to it in this video. I said I was going to wait. But in any event, I said to him, um, isn't it possible that something has changed since I saw you 2 or 3 weeks ago, or since my MRI? And he never responded. And they didn't cancel the appointment, but I was just like, I wouldn't even want to go see him, because I have no confidence that he's going to actually listen to me, because he's already told me there's nothing wrong with you, even after I have told him several times, because we emailed through our the patient portal several times, that I was having this pain, I was having new symptoms, and that I was losing sensation in different parts of my body. So if I would tell you that, and you would disregard how I'm telling you I'm feeling, then why would I ever, why would I go to you, right? Um, as my physician, because I don't have any confidence that you'll listen to me, or that you will take my pain seriously. And so I went to the ER. And so that was a good thing. I was there. I was admitted within an hour of going to the ER. And they had me on steroids, which is to um, minimize, or to bring down the inflammation on your spine, because that's what this disease does. When I have flare-ups, it attacks my spinal cord and my the optical section of my nervous system. And so it's imperative that I get steroids right away, because that is what will stop the damage, the loss of sensation, blindness, and full becoming fully paralyzed. So it was good that I went in, but I really do want to talk about being an advocate for yourself with healthcare professionals, things that you should ask a physician, just things of that nature. Um, in a separate video, and for those of you who are interested. And then also, I did start a separate Instagram where I'm going to be sharing my physical therapy exercises, because I've been learning that there are a lot of people who are not getting physical therapy, or they can't afford it, or they can't continue it over a sustained period of time. So I can, praise God. And I thought, why not share my physical therapy exercises so people can see what I'm being taught, and then they can do them at home. You may have a loved one, you may be impacted yourself, and it's just something that you can come refer to and do those exercises. And they're actually good, whether even if you you don't need physical therapy. They're just good exercises. Like before, when I was doing some of these exercises, you could really feel the burn in some areas, and they were just really good. So the exercises I'm going to share are for strengthening, for balance and coordination, and for endurance, because that's what I'm working on. And then also, I have vertigo. And so there are physical therapy exercises I do for vertigo. I'm going to share those. And then also I'm going to share like what I'm eating, because you guys know that I went from being in a wheelchair to being able to walk on a cane in a 3-week period of time. Like I was paralyzed, and I had lost 90% of the strength in my legs, and that amount of the feeling and sensation in my legs as well. And to God be the glory. In 3 weeks, I was up and walking on a cane, from being unable to walk to walking on a cane in about a 3-week period of time. And I had continued to improve. And that's what makes me so angry about this. Um, I learned that I actually should have been diagnosed with what I have a year ago when I had my second flare up. Each time this happens, I gain sensation, but then I lose a lot more sensation when I have another flare up. So if I had been properly diagnosed by that crazy neurologist last year, I wouldn't have had this flare up, which is a devastating loss of sensation at this point. Probably never would have happened. So that makes me angry, but you know what? It is what it is. I have to focus on today and move forward from here, right? Um, but like I said, to God be the glory. I had gotten so much of my sensation back. I had actually um uh been able to walk without my cane. I had gained a lot of the sensation I lost in my back, my abdomen, and parts of my legs. Like I had gotten back up to, I want to say, like maybe 80%, 75% on one side, and then maybe 60% on the other side. And granted, that might not sound like a lot of strength or sensation to some people, but um, for me, that's in people who are dealing with this, that's like amazing. But I had regained that, and I was able to go out by myself. I could walk for you know, a long, 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 long time. Like I didn't have any concerns like that my endurance was an issue, which is amazing for people with these issues. And so a lot of people have asked me to share like what did I eat and what were some of the supplements I took, and the of course the exercises I did for physical therapy and things like that. So I really want to share that kind of stuff on my Instagram, and perhaps here as well. I'm not sure. You guys let me know if you think it would be helpful to share it here, but I really want to do that. As I'm in a place to do it, the easiest for me to do is probably the exercises because I have to do them every day, and I could just easily set up a phone to record that and then just throw it on the Instagram on the Instagram channel or the Instagram account. So that's probably what I'll do. If you are interested in that, I'm gonna put the Instagram account below as well, so that you can follow that journey. I kind of wanted to keep it separate because I didn't know if people would be interested in seeing that kind of stuff on this channel or not. But I mean, you guys let me know. But yeah, I have been sharing recipes. Well, before this happened, I was sharing recipes and stuff like that in my YouTube stories, as you guys probably saw. And then also I was sharing over on Instagram as well. The name of the new Instagram I have is Ladon Antoinette. So LADON And that's it, at Ladon Antoinette on Instagram. And that is specifically for my health journey. um, but I'm really excited about the opportunity that my health challenges present, because it's just another opportunity for me to do purpose driven work that, helps the greater good. I'm not experiencing this just so that I can be in my feelings about having this challenge. I believe that everything happens for a reason, and I don't believe that we're meant to keep those experiences to ourselves. I do believe that we're meant to share them with other people so they know they're not alone. So they know other people experience the same things, and so that we can seek encouragement and so that we can learn from one another. So God is going to get the glory out of this experience. He brought me to this experience for a reason. And this is what I feel like I'm able to do with it. And this is what I feel inspired, to do with it. And I feel like this is my purpose for this season in my, in my life. Because I don't believe this is happening for nothing. So a lot of times people want to share the things on Instagram or on YouTube that are pretty and that We think we'll impress one another, and they want to show um, the benefits of the final success, right? And the thing is that there were a lot of little successes that maybe weren't as glamorous or don't look like successes to other people unless you're in that experience or having the same experience. But although it might not be glamorous or or pretty, it's still a part of the journey. So every part of our journey has a purpose, and so if we're just showing the end result, to me that's not meaningful, right? If I just got up here and showed you guys, yes, I'm able to do I don't know, a 5K, which I would love to do, by the way, and go rock climbing, the wall, not I'm not going out in nature and, doing the Tom Cruise thing, hanging off no mountains. We're not doing that. But, I would love to be able to show you guys that, right? But there is glory in all the little steps it takes in getting there. Those are successes that I celebrate, as well. So I want to share the all aspects of the journey, pretty and unpretty. um, because that's it's what it is. That's life. That is life. So, anywho, I'm rambling, but I thank you guys for staying on here with me and listening to me run my mouth. So, can you guys see? You probably see in my face. Look, I'm saying I'm talking. I'm about to get off here. Look, I just started talking again. You see how my face is fuller? So this is a result of my steroid treatments. So I was in a steroid treatment in November, and then of course I was hospitalized, and I was on a steroid treatment in the hospital, and then for another 10 or no 12 days or so after I was released from the hospital. And let me tell you guys, I gained 13. This is before I even went in the hospital. Was it before I went in the hospital? In any event, in a 2.5 week period of time, I gained 13 pounds from those dang on steroids. So I have these cheeks. They call them chipmunk cheeks. I have them, I guess. And my face is a little rounder, and I've gained weight. So I'm looking forward to taking that off this year because one of the things that I learned is that when you have extra weight on your body and you have a chronic illness, if you have some sort of episode where you have to have steroids or other treatments that may cause you to gain weight, um, having extra weight on to begin with, in addition to whatever you gain, makes you more likely to become diabetic or pre-diabetic. So the more you keep your weight in check, the better you'll be off in the long run if you have an episode of your chronic illness, which I never knew that. So now that I'm out of the hospital, one of the things I can do is use my physical therapy to try to lose some of the weight that I have gained from the steroids. And then also, I'm going to modify my meal plan. I'm actually going to meet with a dietitian because I want to just learn more about my body and how my body processes food. So I could be eating things that I think are good, and going to help me to lose weight. But the way my body is metabolizing food or the way my metabolism is set up, see, that might mean what I think is the best thing might not be. So I meet with my primary care physician next week, and so that's one of the things I'm gonna talk to him about is a referral to either a nutritionist or a dietitian to help with that. And I'll be sharing that information as well as any meal plans they share, as well. So I'm going to be trying to contour this face, cut those cheeks so these chipmunk cheeks are not as big as they are right now. And so yeah, we'll see how that goes. Um but that's about it. I thank you guys for staying on with me and listening to my story and allowing me to share with you the results of my shrunken wash and go, which I never wear. I always fluff my hair out. So it will be big in a minute though. This is cute. One of the things about natural hair is so wonderful is that I could have this look that looks really kind of shrunken, but then I can also, you know, stretch this hair so that it looks a lot bigger and a lot fuller and, has a lot more going on. And that is the versatility of natural hair that I absolutely love. So, if you guys have any comments, please do leave them in the comment section below, especially once this video goes live, because I think I can respond back to them. If you do them in the chat, I don't know that they're going to show up. If you guys like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you are new, please don't forget to subscribe. I will be uploading, how I did this cut with you guys. Over the next with it'll be within the next week. I'm going to definitely make sure that I get that information edited and up on the channel. So I believe if you click on the bell, you'll get a notification with when that video goes up. I'm not sure of all the stuff going on here on YouTube, but apparently, I don't know. I hear everybody say that. So, so please don't forget to click on the little bell so that you get a notification. And I guess I will see you guys next time if you don't have any questions. But oh, thank you guys for the thumbs up. I can see them. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Let me know if you guys would like to see me do more like hairstyles on my hair, like rod sets or straw sets. One of the things I want to try is Bantu knot out. So when I was transitioning to natural, oh, I was the queen of Bantu knot outs. Like I had perfected those. It took me a long time, but I had perfected those. So I'm looking forward to trying that. I also want to try cocoon curls on this. I may, after I get it cut by a professional, do like a blowout and maybe straighten it or something like that. Because there are some of those cute little short crop styles that I see folks, wear, and I want to try some of those where they do. Although I don't know if you could do it with natural hair, where they do the waves or whatever. I think that's really pretty. Finger waves. Yes, they're coming back. Yeah, I am 48 years old, and one of the things I have learned is that everything comes back around. I remember being in high school or maybe right after high school. Finger waves were like the thing. Everybody was wearing those. So it's so crazy to see that come back, as well as a number of other styles, like the straw sets. I used to do straw sets when my daughter was like, before she was even born. I was like 20, I want to say. I used to do straw sets. Did you guys do straw sets? They have come back. Um, oh my gosh, there was a style I saw the other day that I was like, oh my goodness, we used to do that in high school. But everything comes back around. So and I am up for trying different styles. So just let me know, what you would like to see and energy, as my energy improves, I will definitely try those. But yeah. So one last look at the hair. I did a little coil over here too, because this is another little section where my hair is longer. So I just finger coiled that section. And they just hang like regular curls. They just hang like regular curls. And they're very soft, very soft. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna fall in this bed when this goes off. I'll see you guys. Love you. Thank you so much again. You make this journey for me easier. This sharing is therapeutic for me. So thank you for being there to receive it. And again, thank you for sharing with me as well. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. All right. Till next time.